All right, Yahoo Fantasy Baseball Tucson Toros group. We're going to be taking a look at Week 9 action between the Androids and Woodalas. The reason why I said 9, because Androids dominated this one, 9-0-1 over Woodalas. Android improves to 36, 48, and 6, while Woodalas falls to 26, 55, and 9. Androids improves to 2-0 all time against Woodalas. They faced off once last year with the Androids picking up the victory. And Androids had a nice rebound with this 9-0-1 blowout after being blown out 1-9 last week. Woodalas now last place in the standings and losing ground fast. The lone split in this battle, because it was 9-0-1, the lone tied category was the saves category, where each team produced 0 saves. So combined for 0 saves. And Woodalas would have lost that category too had Androids had any saves. Androids set a season high in wins and strikeouts. Again, though, no saves 8 of the 9 weeks of the year. No saves recorded. Woodalas didn't have any season highs or season lows, but did have no saves since week 1 yet again. So neither team's doing well in the saves category. Half the categories were really close, but they all wound up falling the way of Androids. So this was really a lucky week for Androids, combined with just a really disappointing performance from Woodalas. Androids used just 8 players. Remember, 10 starting slots are open. Only 8 players were actually active this week for Androids, because 1 player is on the DL, 1 player is not active on a roster right now. 5 players hit homers, so 5 of the 8 players used hit homers. All 8 players had at least an RBI. Michael Bourne had a fantastic week in the runs category, 11 runs by himself. This compared to Woodalas, who had 16 runs as a team. So Bourne definitely carried that category. Woodalas only used 7 players, so 3 starters on the Woodalas squad are currently on the disabled list and not contributing at all. Troy Tulowitzki was a bright spot, 3 stolen bases. The rest of the team, though, had none. 1 player managed to hit over 250 for the week. That was Josh Hamilton, who hit 458, which is fantastic, had 2 homers and 6 RBIs. While Jason Worth and Raul Ibanez continue to struggle in that struggling Phillies offensive lineup, they both hit under 200 and combined for just 2 runs and 1 homer. The Androids was excellent on the mound this week. 2 wins each from Ubaldo Jimenez and Javier Vasquez. Jimenez is picking up a lot of publicity for having a season ERA under 1 right now, and definitely bringing in the definitely hitting pay dirt for Androids as a squad. Those 2 pitchers combined for 33 strikeouts by themselves this week. Both of them had an ERA under 2 and a WHIP under 1. The bullpen got rocked, though. Frank Francisco had a 10.13 ERA, while Peter Moylan had a 10.8 ERA. Neither of these guys are really in contention to pick up saves. So if you're going to have relievers on the squad that aren't getting you saves, they need to be getting you a really low ERA and a low WHIP, and they didn't do that this week at all. Woodalas had 4 wins from the pitching staff. Still wasn't enough to pick up the win in that category. Roy Oswalt got rocked. He had a 9.64 ERA, and Rich Harden was able to pick up a victory, but returned a 6.3 ERA for the week. Wandy Rodriguez was back, though, for Woodalas. Rodriguez has struggled the last few weeks. He was able to pick up 8 strikeouts and a win with a 1.8 ERA. Moving forward, Androids taking a lot of momentum from this victory, now 12th in the standings. That is the final spot in the consolation bracket. So Androids would see postseason play if it started today. 11 games out of 6, so a little ways to go to get to the top 6, but any win is good, and you'll take them any way you can get them, I'm sure, for Androids. Androids is going to be taking on Derek Lowe equals Cheater. Those 2 teams faced off twice last year and split 1-1. Meanwhile, Woodalas is now dead last in the league, 8.5 games out of 12, so 8.5 games behind Androids. And it's going to be taking on the Metropolitans. Metropolitans picking up a lot of momentum this week. It's going to be a really tough matchup for Woodalas going into Week 10. Those 2 teams faced off twice last year and split their series as well, 1-1.